Divine greetings. This is a part 2 to a video of 4 spiritual cleansing. I had done part 1 a few weeks ago, and today I will be working on part 2 to show you how to actually implement the tools, the spiritual items, the spiritual cleansing items into your bucket, and what you have to do in order for you to complete that spiritual cleansing at home. All right. This is in response to Gifted's comment, who asked for part 2, and I've had other people also ask for this. So here's a part 2. I will be working on, I have a kit, a spiritual cleansing kit, 2 kits that I will be debuting on the TikTok shop very soon. So for all you that might not have the opportunity or the ingredients in your area or your neighborhood, I will be working on curating a kit that you can purchase and do your spiritual cleansing at home. Okay. So here we have the sponge. So here's the sponge. Here's the sponge, the native sponge, the African traditional sponge. This is available, is very much available in Nigeria, but here in the United States, you might find in some African stores and some African grocery stores. And then this is the soap. This comes like this, but I just put that there because I'm going to be using this myself for spiritual cleansing. So I already scooped the soap in there, and this is how you would do it. Is you would scoop the soap. You would scoop the soap from here. So this is the soap. You scoop it upon here. So just to let you know, it comes like this. It's scoopable. Very easy to use, very soft. It's an African traditional soap. This is from Ghana. So this is Village Fresh, but there are different names, there are different varieties. You can use any black soap, like traditional, African traditional soap. So that's the sponge. And next item is the coconut. So we will be opening this coconut here via the third eye. And we'll essentially dump the water in here. So I already filled my bucket with water. So most of the items are going in here. So you would take these items. So this coconut goes in here. The salt, this is the salt. This is sea salt. The sea salt goes in there, goes into the water. And this is Florida water. If you don't have access to Florida water, you can use any other cologne of your choice. There's so many spiritual colognes out there. And here are some cowrie shells. I will be using some of these in the water for cleansing. And here's camphor. I will be using this, probably about 2 of these in there. And then here's sulfur. So this sulfur is already, I have the grinded pieces in here, like in the powdered form. So I have this in the powder form in here. I've already mixed some herbs in here, a little bit of effun. If you look at the bottom, you see that yellow piece there. And here's some herbs. There's a little bit of effun in there. Some sulfur, some herbs, some dried herbs that I already pre-mixed in there. And here are some crystal stones. So here are some crystal stones. So it's your choice if you have access to get these. This right here is a rose quartz, but it's very light. So you might not see that color. And this is a crystal quartz. So this is a crystal quartz, and this is a rose quartz. You can use any one of these. It's to amplify your spiritual cleansing for your aura. And then here's the infamous gin. So you pour a little bit of this into the bucket. And I also have seawater. So normally when I go to the ocean, I bring a bucket, a container of water from the sea into my house. I have seawater in my house every single time and I use this for some of my rituals because I am a Olokun child. So I normally have water or sand from the sea in my house. Same thing with going to the stream. Here's stream water. I got this from the local stream, the river not too far away from me where I normally offer prayers. I get some water from there. So I always have water from the stream, water from the rain, water from the sea. I have moon water. I'm a collector of like different types of water to use in my rituals. So when you're practicing spirituality, you want to be intentional about some of your ingredients. It's not everything you would be able to buy. Some things you have to source yourself from nature. If you are into spirituality, or like you've been seeing orishas, or you have a relationship with your ancestors or spirit guides, you would always need some type of material from nature for some of your spiritual workings. And here's a candle. So I have two types of candles. If you have access to this is the regular size candle, the long one, or you can just get these. These are like 50 cents or something from like the magic store or the dollar store. And there you have it. So that's all my stuff. This is all my stuff, and I'll be dumping them into that bucket here, and I'll be showing it to you. This is very soft, so you can essentially just wrinkle them in there. Okay, so for the spiritual perfume, you either use Florida water, or this is Aqua de Famous 23. This is from Nigeria. I love this smell, so I will be using this instead of this one right here. This is Florida water from the US, from Nigeria. Alright, this is a Big Mac Daddy gin. wish you guys can smell this. It smells so, so good. Oh my gosh. All right, so here are my herbs. I'll be pouring these in there. All right, so this is the last step. You light your candle, you set your intentions, and then you pray for spiritual cleansing and you go bathe, okay?